Hey there, it's Mitzi. Welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about the Cloak and Dagger Christmas readathon. So Cloak and Dagger Christmas is a readathon that is celebrating mysteries, and we read all sorts of mysteries, any kind of mystery you want, during the month of December. And so if you read one mystery during the month of December, you have participated in Cloak and Dagger Christmas. But there are also a lot of prompts involved in this too. But before I get started with the prompts and all the things I plan on reading for Cloak and Dagger Christmas, I wanted to talk a little bit about my history with reading mysteries at Christmas time. And I hadn't even thought about it until I watched Kate Howe. I don't know if it was her TBR or an announced video. I can't remember what it was, but it was something about the Cloak and Dagger Christmas. And behind her, she had this book, and it's called An English Murder by Cyril Hare. And several Thanksgiving. Several Thanksgivings ago, we always go out of town, most of the time, we go out of town for Thanksgiving. And this particular year, my son was attending he was in school in Virginia, and that's where he went to college, was Virginia. And so that particular year, so that he wouldn't have to travel home, we went to Virginia. And I remember we stayed in this really cute little house, and I remember, like it was yesterday, reading this book that weekend. So that night after Thanksgiving was over, I read this book and I couldn't put it down. It is just this fun little mystery, and it is the classic mystery. One of those, like, I think there's even a butler in this mystery. And so it was perfect. And I remember after reading this thinking, yes, I need to read mysteries at Christmas time. There's something about reading a mystery at Christmas. I don't know why, but I especially like it when it's Christmas themed like this, because this one actually takes place at Christmas time. And so it was just perfect. And whenever I saw Kate Howe's video and I saw this book on her bookshelf, I thought, yeah, that's what even started me with wanting to read mysteries at Christmas time. So I say all that to say I love this readathon because I'm always wanting to read mysteries during the Christmas season, during December. So this is perfect. So anyway, I hope you'll join us. But there are several prompts, and this year the hosts are Kate Howe, the Novel Nomad, Carolyn's Reading Ramblings, Melanie Martin, and Too Fond of Books. And I will leave links to all of their YouTube channels below, as well as all of the prompts. And the prompts are based on the 12 days of Christmas, which I thought was a lot of fun too. And some of these prompts, so I know that's a lot. You don't have to read 12 books for this. Some of these prompts are just fun things to do to make it just cozier at Christmas time, okay? So I have several here. Hold on just a second. I don't have a cold, but my throat has been scratchy lately. So I thought I'd bring some tea in here. I guess I should have picked up a Christmas mug. This is more of a summery looking mug. But anyway, oh well, pretend like it has a Santa Claus on it. Okay, so we have 12 prompts. The first prompt is A Partridge in a Pear Tree, and it is an alliterative title. So, you know, like Peter Piper. You know what I mean? So any title that has alliteration, any book that has alliteration in the title. And I actually have a book, which I have several books, but I have a book that I picked up last year, and it was right after Christmas, and I was going to read it, but I had some other things going on. But it is a murder mystery, and I don't even know how to pronounce this person's name. I'm not even going to try. You can help me if you can in the comments. But it's tied up in Tinsel, and this is definitely a vintage book. Look at that cover. But how do you pronounce that name? I don't know. Let me know that. But anyway, I picked this one up because I loved the vintage cover, and I didn't know anything about it, but apparently it's a pretty popular Christmas themed mystery. So inside it says, an English manor house on the moors, an ideal setting for a murder. So yes. That sounds like my kind of book. But it also was published in 1972. I think that's what the front of this says. So I could have included this in my book celebrating 50 years with me. I did a birthday book list of books that were celebrating their 50th birthday like me. And this one apparently is too. So that'll be fun to end the year with this year. And it does have alliteration because it's tied up in Tinsel. So that is the one I think I'm going to try to read for that prompt. The second is Two Turtle Doves, and you buddy read. And I do have a buddy read, but I'm not sure if there's a mystery in that, so I'll have to talk to my buddy reader about that. If not, I can get one of the boys to read something with me. Three French Hens, a translated work or different country from your own. So I have lots of books that are from different countries. I don't think I have any translated works here, but I was thinking about reading the Hercule Poirot's Christmas because that, you know, is set in a different country, and I want to read all the Agatha Christie's. Now, I had this to read last year, and somebody said that this spoils one of the other mysteries, but I'm finding that I don't remember anyway. And so I don't remember all the exact clues and things like that in these books anyway, because I read so many of them. So I'm going to go ahead and just read it. And if it does spoil something, oh well. Because even if it's spoiled, I just enjoy Agatha Christie's writing. So, and I really want to read this one soon. And also later on, there is foil on the cover, which is one of the prompts, and that has some beautiful foil on the cover. That's one of the prompts that's coming up. But I thought this one would be good because it also is Christmassy. For calling birds, read in nature or go for a walk. You could take your earbuds or something and go out and listen to a book while you're going for a walk, or just sit out on your patio. 5 gold rings is foil on the cover, which I mentioned earlier, and so this one would also count for that because it has that beautiful foiling, which, by the way, I have a lot of these books. The Agatha Christie books, I think they come out with like one a year, and my family gives me these because I want to collect them all because they're just beautiful books. But if you have these Agatha Christie books, they all have this foil on the cover, so you might want to check that. But I think that I'm going to read 450 from Paddington because I haven't read that one, and I know it's pretty popular. I was watching Miranda Mills, and she said this started on Christmas Eve and goes through January. So I thought I might start this on Christmas Eve if I have time. I don't know. I have a lot to do. I do a lot of cooking on Christmas Eve, and then we have our candlelight service, and it's a pretty busy time for me, but it would be fun if I could at least close to Christmas Eve start this one. So 450 from Paddington. If you're looking for another Christmassy book, I don't know how Christmassy it is, but it is set at Christmas time, and it has foiling. And then I also have a few others that I could choose for this. A couple of the other Agatha Christie's I talked about. This would work for alliteration and foil on the cover. Midwinter Murder, and it has that foiling. Now, I've already read this. This is a set of short stories, and I've already read these. I think I read this last year. I enjoyed that. And then The Adventures of the Christmas Pudding. I mean, look how pretty that is. That's another one that's Christmassy. But again, there's a lot of these Agatha Christie's with foil on the cover. And I have a few others, so hold on just a second. I also have some, this would work for alliteration too, that are P.D. James. The Mistletoe Murder and Other Stories. This is a short story collection. It has that foiling. Now, I've read these and I really liked these. All of these, though, I don't think were Christmassy. But anyway, I really enjoyed this collection. And then also, now this one is... It looks fallish, but that really doesn't matter to the story. Sleep No More, 6 Murderous Tales. Again, it has that foiling. These are just beautiful, and these were gifted to me. I've already read those, and those were good too. Both of those short story collections I really enjoyed. So if you're looking for something quick and you just want to read a few short stories here and there, those would be good ones. Now, these two I received as gifts, and I haven't read them yet. This is Cover Her Face. So if you've read them, let me know. And it has that foiling. Beautiful cover on that. That looks like Angela Harding. Did Angela Harding do these? Sure does look like her work. Might not be. And then A Mind to Murder. That's alliteration too, so I could read this one. A Mind to Murder by P.D. James. I haven't read this one either. I'm tempted to read a couple of alliteration and foil on the cover because I'm really loving the looks of those. And you know me with a beautiful book cover. It gets me excited about reading the book. So those are just some that I have on my shelf in case you're looking for one to read. Or if you just want a pretty book on your shelf. Okay, so then that's 5 gold rings. 6 geese a-laying. Have a cozy time. Now this one's a great one. Have a cozy time eating Christmas treats and watch a cozy mystery. So that will be easy. At Christmas time, we got plenty of Christmas treats around here because I cook a bunch of stuff up. So I will definitely, maybe I can Instagram that or vlog it. I haven't done any vlogging, but maybe I'll do that and show you some Christmas treats that I have. And then, of course, I can watch a cozy mystery. If you have a cozy mystery, even better, if you know of a cozy mystery set at Christmas time, let me know that in the comments because I'd love to watch that because I'm trying to do, T and All the Books is doing this 25 movies and 25 books for Christmas. I'm participating in that. So if you have a Christmassy mystery, that would be even better because I could count it for that too. But that will be fun. I will definitely do that one. All right, 7 swans a-swimming. Have a soak in the bath, go for a swim, or walk in the rain or snow. Now, maybe rain, but we probably won't have any snow here in South Carolina. But I will definitely have a soak in the bath. I like to have a soak and play an audiobook. So that'll be fun. I could pick an audiobook for that. That would be a lot of fun. If you have a good Christmas mystery that is a great audio, let me know that in the comments too, because I haven't chosen anything for that one. 8 Dingos Dancing. That's funny. Instead of, what is it? Maids of Milking? That's what it is, isn't it? 8 Maids of Milking. A wild card read. So I decided for this one, definitely do something Christmassy because I'm trying to read a bunch of these Christmas books that I've collected. So I have several on here that I can choose. And if you have read any, let me know. Last year, I don't know, it wasn't this book, but it was a Georgette Hare that we read for Cloak and Dagger Christmas, and I didn't read it. So I have yet to read a Georgette Hare, and I have several on my shelf. But I have A Christmas Party by Georgette Hare, so I could read that one. Or Murder in Her Stocking, a Granny Reed mystery. This just sounded really cute because I think it's set in Georgia. So I think these are my people. And so I thought that had a really pretty cover on it too. It's called A Murder in Her Stocking by G.A. McKevitt, I guess, McKevitt. So I have this one, and this is the beginning of a series. And then I had 2 others on my list last year that I did not get to, and it's Murder at the Old Vicarage, a Christmas mystery by Jill McGowan, I guess. Love that cover too. These look vintage. This one says, deepening snow has isolated the village of Byford from, is it Byford or Bifford? From the outside world, but as the locals settle down for the festive period, the peace is suddenly destroyed with news of a violent crime at the vicarage. So I thought that would be an interesting one to read at Christmas time. And then I had, again, I wanted to get to this last year and didn't, Cat Out of the Bag by Clifford Whitting. And that is the cover of that one. It reminds me of this one. Kind of looks like that to me. Do these look alike to you? Yes, they do, don't they? This one's orangey, but anyway. This one says, Cat Out of the Bag says, how, where, and why did a man disappear from a group of carol singers on that cold December night? So that one sounds interesting for Christmas too. So those are just a few of the Christmas mysteries that I have on my shelf that I haven't read yet. And I thought that would be good for the wild card because they are Christmassy. So let me know if you've read any of those. 9 Ladies Dancing. Have a festive night in or out to get into the festive cheer. Well, I am actually going to a play, a Christmas play, and brunch one day with my family. So I will definitely be fulfilling that prompt, and I'll let you know all about that when that happens. And then 10 is 10 Lords of Leaping, a story with nobility in it. Now, I haven't chosen anything for that. Some of these may have nobility in them, but I think, hold on just a second. Let me see what I have on my shelf. Okay, so Janelle at Too Fond of Books, she had a suggestion video of some of the Cloak and Dagger Christmas suggestions, and one, I think this was one of them that she mentioned for nobility, and that is Murder on Black Swan Lane by Andrea Penrose. So I might try to choose this one for nobility, because I've never read this one either. I think she mentioned this several months ago, and I picked it up when she mentioned it, so I need to go ahead and get to that one too. Let me know if you've read that one as well. And then 11 is 11 Pipers Piping. Listen to cozy Christmas music while reading. Now, I am not very good with listening to music while I'm reading, but I will try. Maybe one of the short stories, because I do have a short story collection I want to read. So maybe during one of those, or something that's not as difficult, especially a mystery. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. But I could put on like the Charlie Brown record or something like that, because I do have the Charlie Brown album, and that's more instrumental. So anyway, I will give it a try. And then 12 Drummers Drumming. Listen to a crime, true or fiction narrative of your choice. So again, I will find some audiobook. If you know of a good audiobook, let me know to fulfill that prompt. The group read is Silent Nights by Martin Edwards. Now, I don't have that book, but when I was looking at the short stories, because it's a short story collection, when I was looking at the short stories that are in that collection, a lot of them is in this book that I found at a library sale a couple of months ago, and it's called Murder for Christmas. So instead of picking up Silent Nights, which I want to do, I'm tempted because I want to have everything, but I didn't pick it up. I do think that my library has an ebook of that. Now, I'm not very good with ebooks, but in a pinch, I can do that. So I think that what I'll do is I'm going to try to read these, because there are 26 short stories in here. And my idea when I picked this up at the library sale was to read one a night, starting right before like the last day in November, so I could go to Christmas, or go ahead and start it next week, so that way I have a little bit of leeway, because who knows during the Christmas time what I'm going to be doing. But anyway, short stories I like to pick up during Christmas time because I'm so busy. So I do want to get to this collection, and since a lot of those are in here, I thought I would read these, and the ones that aren't in here, I could check out that ebook from my library and maybe read some of those too. But this is my priority because I picked this up at that library sale. Anyway, I feel like I'm still participating in the group read because I'm going to be reading most of the short stories are in this particular book. So I'm excited about, did I say what this even was? Murder for Christmas, did I say that? I don't know. Anyway, this is a collection of 26 short stories, murder mystery short stories. So I'm excited to get to that, and that's a priority for me. So then you have levels. If you read and fulfill 4 of the prompts, you're an amateur investigator. If you fulfill 8 prompts, you're a police inspector. And if you fulfill 12 prompts, you're Sherlock Holmes. And so I'm going to try for Sherlock Holmes. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I am ready to start this. And I think that I am going to, as soon as Thanksgiving is over, the very next week, I think I'm going to start reading at least some of these short stories to get started in this book. Let me know if you've read any of these books that I've talked about, because I'm saying this is my TBR, but it's really a pile of possibilities. There are so many wonderful books to read, and I want to read them all. So let me know if you've read any of these, and if you think I should bump that one up as a priority for the Cloak and Dagger Christmas. And also let me know if you're participating in Cloak and Dagger Christmas as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.